Hello guys, so in the series of the big data lectures, today we will be seeing the data types that we need when we are applying a machine learning algorithm, or what are the data types from a machine learning perspective. Sorry, in between I was unable to post the video due to some personal issues. So let us start with the data types. So when we are applying any machine learning algorithm, or when we are exploring the data, the most important thing is what are the data types, what is the type of data. Okay, so it is important to understand the different types of data types which we are using or which we have in our data set. Okay, so it is also necessary to convert the data type in some another type or some variable in order to make it appropriate, so that the proper algorithm can be applied on it and proper data visualization techniques can be applied. So what are the different different data types that we can see in the machine learning? There are two types of data is categorized into two types, that is the categorical and numeric. Okay, so further classification of categorical is nominal data and ordinal data, whereas of numerical it is interval based and the ratio. So only these type of data types can be found when we are applying a machine learning algorithm. So it is category, and mostly the data is categorized into four types, that is the numerical data, categorical data, time series data, and the text data. So the numerical time series in the sense interval based data. Okay, so this is a broad classification. So either when we are applying algorithm, it will be a categorical data, text data, or a numerical data, or it will be a time series based data set. Okay, so what is numerical data? So these are the four types, that is numerical, categorical, time series, and the text. So what is numerical data? As the name indicates, it is based on the numbers. Numeric in the sense numbers. So statisticians also called it as a quantitative data, not qualitative. We know qualitative and quantitative are two different things. So numerical data is also called as quantitative data. So this data has a meaning as a measurement, such as house price, or a count of something, such as number of houses in this area, or number of the properties in Los Angeles, or how many houses are sold in past years, how many number of product has been purchased in this particular year. So where it comes a number, then that type of data is called a numerical data. So it is two types, that is continuous and discrete. So numerical data is classified into two types further, which is a continuous data and a discrete data. Continuous in the sense height, weight, salary, temperature, pressure, interest, these are the continuous data. So examples are given below. And discrete in the sense like number of the languages, number of the products sold, number of the students, number of the household, units sold. So as you can see, continuous in the sense it is based on the decimal point, and discrete means whole number. Okay, number of the units sold may be a discrete data. So the next type is the new categorical data. So I hope everyone is understanding numerical data. What is numerical data? So categorical data, it doesn't take the numeric values. Okay, it doesn't contain the like maybe we would use 1 for color red and 2 for blue, but these don't have any mathematical meanings, because they are only denoting the colors of the particular object. Okay, consider like we have balloons. We have four types of balloons: red, yellow, pink, and blue. So while representing the data, if you are using numbers 1 for red, 2 for blue, 3 for pink, and 4 for yellow, but then also it is not a numerical data, because the data is represented in the form of numbers, but it is a categorical data, because it is based on the colors and the objects of the balloons. Okay, so we can tell it as a quantitative data and splitting it into groups. Okay, so we are just taking the numerical data, but we are splitting it into different type of group, like 10 red balloons, 20 blue balloons, but it are just denoted by using the numbers. Like consider the population. Okay, like 0 to 10 million, 100 to 10 million, or 100 to 500. So these are the numbers only, but they are showing some of the category of the people, like these are the people who belongs to any specific area. So they are showing some specific category, though they are represented by the numbers, but they are not exactly the numbers. Like it is not showing that 10 million. If it is only 10 million, then it is a numerical data, but it is in the range of 0 to 10. Okay, so it is denoting a specific category. Next is the ordinal data. Okay, so what is ordinal data? It is a combination of numerical and categorical data. Ordinal data is a combination of numerical and categorical data. The data still falls into category, but those categories are ordered or ranked in a specific way. Like such as we classify the student, or we'll ask how do you know the language. Like if anyone asks you how are you in Python, we will say I am a beginner, or I am an intermediate, or I am an advanced person. So such type of data is known as the ordinal data. Like it is treated much in the same way as the categorical data, but the groups are usually ordered from lowest to highest. Okay, so it is based on the category, just as good, better, best, beginner, intermediate, advanced. So it is a combination of numerical and categorical data. So ordinal data is treated in the same way as the categorical data, but groups are ordered from the lowest to highest priority. And the final is the time series data. So it is pretty easy to understand time series in the sense of based on the time period. Like here the plot is given from January 2007, how the home sales has been increased. Okay, like 45,000 homes, how many homes has been sale in that specific time period. So it is sequence of a number collected at regular intervals over some period of time. So time series data has a temporal value, and like it may be depend on a time slot, or it may depend on a particular trend at that time. So like if you are considering the example as given above, measuring the average number of homes sale in that specific year. So the difference of the time series data and the numeric data is that rather than having a bunch of numeric value which don't have any time ordering, time series data have some implied ordering. So there is the first data point collected and the last data point collected. So in the numerical we just gave the number like 500 house sold. Okay, but here we are giving from January 2007 to January 2008 the household was 45,000. It was decreasing. So in the time series data we can show the average, okay, as well as combination of the 2 years or combination of the two different time period. Okay, and the final is the text data. So we know text is basically combination of the words or collection of the words. A lot of time the first thing that you do with the text is it to turn into numbers by using some interesting functions such as bag of words or different word vectorization features are there. So text is the basic data type. So I hope you are aware with what are the data types that we use when we are using any machine learning algorithm, or what are the types of the data by which the data set is being formed. So the basic classification is numerical data, categorical data, time series data, and textual data. Okay, so ordinal data is the combination of all of these two, that is the categorical and numerical. And the time series data and the text data, mostly the text data is used in machine learning so that it is easy to process the data. Cleaning process is easy when we are working with the text data set. Okay, so thank you for watching the videos. We'll be again proceeding with the further machine learning techniques. Goodbye.